Not close to fight night.
Closer, man. This is my favorite part.
Second half of camp?
Yeah, heck yeah. Or even the last fourth. I love it, man. This is when the grind really begins. And, you know, you focus more than ever now. You know, so along the way there's always something going on. But, you know, I guess maybe me, I'm seasoned enough, smart enough to know that, you know, anything in the way at this point is negative, get it out of the way, you know. So with that being said, I feel great.
Shawn, you guys were working on the jab the first about 10, 15 minutes.
We're always working on the jab the first 10 to 15. That's how we do it. I mean, you guys see me in the ring. You guys know that everything I do works behind the jab, and you know, not to say too much, but that's what we come in here doing, and most of the time we leave out of the camp doing the same thing. You know, working on the fundamentals, making sure that that's right. My dad's smart. He knows that the athletic potential that I have, all that is there, and so he focuses on everything else, the basic stuff, the basic parts of boxing, and then obviously moving, you know, as we get closer into more strategical stuff as well.
Do you think, because usually, you know, we've seen you able to go in and out, box and be aggressive, but usually you're more on the aggressive side. Are you going to be looking to box more for this fight because you know, what Danny Garcia, the style he brings?
It depends. That really will be a game time decision. I think to start off, we do want to mix it up, and we'll move forward from there. It's up to me to see the adjustments and make them. You know, it's not up to me to tell you guys what those adjustments are and make and you know, give you the whole spiel. But just know that, you know, whatever it takes to win this fight, I am prepared to do it. Outside, inside, ropes, slugfest, whatever we need to do.
Well, you just said, like, you know, you're not gonna give the whole spiel, the whole game plan, but could you give us some insight in how do you deal with a guy who's a good counterpuncher?
I think, you know, it plays into my hand. I'm an offensive-minded fighter. I am a combination puncher. You know, there's not just one coming at you. And if it's one coming, it's a really tricky punch, and you usually don't know where it's coming from, you know, or it's to set up something else, you know. So I think that's how we take care of his counterpunching ability, which I don't take for granted. I don't take lightly at all. I know I can get in there in the first round and throw a punch, and he's right back with the counter. That's the kind of fighter he is, and that's the kind of fighter I expect to come to the ring. The one that's going to try to go, not literally tit for tat, but you know, in terms of him trying to keep up with me and vice versa. That's what I expect.
He said that he wants to have a toe-to-toe, center of the ring type of fight. Do you really believe that's the type of fight he's going to try to employ?
I don't believe that. I also think that that may be where he thinks he can win the fight. So whatever the case may be, that's not what I am prepared to do. Number one component to this game is hit and not get hit. So you know, we'll try to keep this fight as clean as possible, like we always do. You know, I always try to keep the fight clean. You know, gets a little rough in there sometimes, but can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Brendan Rios was having some success early in that fight. He ended up getting stopped, but it seemed like he was landing, doing a little bit better than a lot of people thought he would.
I don't think they were prepared for that fight. I think that they expected him to come in and be slow, be not as aggressive as he was, and I think that they thought they might be able to pick their punches and get him out of there way sooner than they did. I think it was 9 rounds. Yeah. I think he overlooked what Brandy could do. I think that was what that was. I'm not expecting that kind of fight out of him. I'm expecting him to come in, guns blazing, and you know, I'm not just saying that for the cameras. That's exactly what I expect. I don't expect him to come out any slower than he was against Keith Thurman.
Of the title fights in your career, how do you assess this challenge?
This is the top. This is the top. I really did think that Keith Thurman was the top, and I still think that in a lot of ways that match brought a lot out of me, and I brought a lot out of Keith as well. But I think it's the same kind of fight. I think either of us come in there slipping at all, slow at all, second guessing at all, hesitating at all, and the tables turn. So that's my game plan. Is from the gate, go out there and be aggressive, be sharp, be quick, be fast, and let the race take care of itself.
Shawn, there's been some talks out of your camp about retirement. Are you really already looking towards the end of your boxing career at this stage?
I said anything like that.
I think it was
definitely didn't come from my mouth.
I think it was they asked Kenny when he had to sit down with Angel, and they said looking towards the end of the career.
Yeah, I mean, my dad told me that when I was turning pro. He said, you know, turning pro, you're not even a fight in yet, and you need to be looking for an exit strategy. And you know, I'm not going to I'm not going to offend any other fighters, but even though my eyes has always been on the prize, world championships, big fights, pay-per-view, so on and so forth, I've always had, my eyes on what needs to come next. I think maybe that's what he was alluding to.